Hi everyone, I'm Amy Lee Miller. I woke up this morning to a rainy day and thought, perfect. Sometimes the universe knows just what I need. And then I realized actually, always the universe knows just what I need. It's when we listen to what the universe is trying to tell us that life can go more smoothly. Why is it sometimes so hard to listen to ourselves? I think the answer involved in anything that's bad for us always comes back to fear. I kind of feel myself touching on three different tangents here, so let's see if I can rein it in. Our experiences shape us, leading us to view things the way we do and react to situations the way we do. I'm wondering if all of us question ourselves in certain areas of our lives. For me, it's just been one area of my life where I have second-guessed myself over the years until I was able to understand what was happening and why. And then I was able to shift my perspective. I think the answer is yes. Yes, most of us question ourselves in some area of our lives. And when we take a closer look, we realize that this is the area where we feel stuck or maybe unhappy about something in our lives, where we're being held back in this area. But when we listen to ourselves, to our intuition, to that little voice, to what the universe is trying to tell us, that is when we can begin the path of getting what it is we want and or healing that painful part of our past that is maybe keeping us stuck. When we ignore this little voice by either keeping ourselves so busy or distracted, we do stay stuck and we don't make the impactful changes we need to help us get what it is we truly want. Fear. I talk about this in other videos and I'm talking about it again because I feel like it's my most important message I want to share, and I feel like it applies to many of the challenges we deal with. We know when we get that pit in our stomach, your body is screaming at you, trying to get your confused head in check by physically letting you know that something is very wrong. Why do we sometimes ignore this wonderful mechanism that is trying to protect us? Again, because of fear. Fear that if we speak up and stand up for ourselves, we might get rejected. Fear that if we listen to that voice telling us what we want and go after it, it might not work out. Fear that if we stand up to our friend or family member who is crossing a clear boundary, we might find ourselves alone. Alone can actually be a good thing. I don't know who said it first, but someone said rejection is often the best protection. I look back in disbelief and crinkle my face up in awe, and not good awe, at some of the guys I dated in the past. I'm not going to share all of the stories here because it's not really the point, but I am writing a book. That's not what the book is all about, but it's part of my story and pretty comical, and I learned some valuable lessons there. So if you're curious, stay tuned. That will be in there. Okay, so I'll share just one of the stories here. So one of the guys, I tried, without success I might add, to get him to begin flossing his teeth. Oh my God, the man was 47 years old. Wow. Do I seem like I should be dating a guy who does not practice proper hygiene? Of course, there were countless red flags and sinking pits in my stomach before I learned that he did not floss his teeth, and I ignored them and dated him for what ended up being a very tumultuous 6 months. The universe tried to help me. The universe tried to intervene. Honey, look, honey, over here. This guy grew up in New York City, yet he has no idea how to get around. He's asking you for directions. Look, honey, over here. This guy's 47 and still lives with his mother. Meanwhile, you own your own apartment in Manhattan and haven't had a roommate in 15 years. Look, honey, over here. You work 10 plus hours a day, work out, cook healthy meals for yourself, and this guy literally takes naps at work. Look, honey, over here. This guy picks a fight with you every time you change plans because he feels rejected, because he is so damaged from his childhood. It's okay. Most of us are. However, when we don't deal with our issues and work to heal them, there is no way we can be good to others around us and have healthy relationships. And so instead of doing the hard work of looking within and trying to heal from his painful past, he instead was manipulative and tried to bring me down with him. I was becoming exhausted in that relationship, still ignoring all of the signs, but the universe is relentless in trying to help us. That pit never left my stomach. That awareness that that relationship was very bad for me never left. And finally, I had to listen to the signs, and I was forced to leave. And years later, thank goodness. Had I listened to the very first sign on our very first date, I would have avoided much needless pain and suffering. The universe knows what we want and it knows what we need, and it tries very hard to give it to us, but it can't make our decisions for us. We have free will. The universe can only speak to us through our intuition. It is up to us to listen and try for the things that we want, even in the face of fear, and to stand up for ourselves, even in the face of fear. I'm grateful for this rainy day today. Usually I start my Saturdays very early, waking up before dawn, writing or whatever, then off to a 9 a.m. workout class, and then running around for the day until early evening. But this morning, the rain was a very welcome gift and excuse to relax a little bit, stay in bed a little bit longer, do normal weekend stuff like pick up around the house, laundry, that kind of thing, to sit down and just be instead of running off. And then the messages came. So I thought I would share them with you. Thanks for listening. I'm Amy Lee Miller, and I believe in you. And I even believe in the guy who doesn't floss his teeth, however, now from a very safe distance.